We do have 15 people watching, so we might as well start talking.
Go for it. Go for it,
What is up, guys? Well, welcome to the show. We are Cool Story Brew. We're here on a Friday night. Everybody's enjoying a brewski, a Teddarooski. If I stand corrected, let me know. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. We're just here to hang out. It's freaking quarantine time, so we might as well quarantine together. Technology has blessed us with the ability to do it the way that we're doing it now. So happy Friday night. We can dive in. I don't know who wants to lead with the first topic of discussion, or should I say debate, whatever we're doing tonight. Either way, I'm excited to be here.
Yeah.
Mike, Kaylin, Darren, hello.
Hello. Yeah. Thank you everybody for joining. We want to make this as interactive as possible. So if you guys have any comments want us to talk about anything specific or have any additional comments that about what we're talking about, feel free to give us the real talk or tell us we sound dumb or if we sound smart. No hard feelings either way. No hard feelings either way.
We know we sound dumb. We know we sound dumb.
We already know that. So
that's what we're here
comes
for.
That comes with starting a podcast with four of your friends with literally no direction really, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
Really just no direction. We're just literally talking and hanging out, which I kind of love.
Hey, make sure you guys are following Cool Story Brew 4 on Instagram.
Yes, please.
Check out all the updates.
Yeah. Check us out. Spotify.
Yeah,
please.
Yeah. Shoot a follow on Spotify as well. Any reviews are helpful.
Yo, should we dive into the first debate?
Let's do it.
Yeah, sure. So a reoccurring question or theme, obviously with this quarantine, there's been a lot of Netflix, a lot of Hulu, just a lot of watching TV. I'm trying to be active if I can, but there's been a lot of shows that I've been watching and seeing a lot of actors and just kind of thinking if my life were to let's just pretend, even though we know it's not true, let's just pretend that I lived the most badass life, ever. Who would I want to play me as an actor in my basically autobiography or
what if we took it to another level, Mike, and we chose for each other who we think should play each other?
Oh wow!
And then you can agree or disagree.
Yeah,
that's dangerous.
And
so we watch the show, right? And you remind us of Michael Peel.
Michael does?
You see it? Yeah,
I could see that.
Oh, yeah. Watch it. It's your mannerisms, your dramatic. It's all you.
He said you're dramatic, Mike.
Hey, I'll take that. I suppose.
Yeah.
Oh,
who
man.
would you say?
Yeah. Who are you going with for yourself?
Oh, I think for myself, I'm gonna have to go Will Smith, and I'm talking like.
Oh my!
I'm talking like I am legend Will Smith, like straight badass. He's a doctor. He's sexy. You know what? I can say that he's sexy. Whatever. I'm not saying that I'm sexy, but you know what? If I'm gonna pick anybody,
this motherfucker said Will Smith from I Am Legend.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it had to be the most badass version of Will Smith.
Right. Not even like Hitch Will Smith. It's got to be like like the best.
Hey, but he's a good actor. In the more serious parts of my life, I could go like Pursuit of Happiness, Will Smith. Like I think that's okay.
Yeah,
I could see you like trying to sell some old ass medical equipment.
Hey, whatever it takes to feed my family, right?
Hey, the Will Smith that still won't win an Oscar. That's what we got.
Oh,
man.
Name one movie that Will Smith should have won an Oscar for.
Everyone almost. This dude. Yeah.
Maybe,
I was about to say Will Smith too. I would say Will Smith or Will Smith or Denzel Washington. Ooh,
okay, yeah, I was going to say I'm not going to let you. I'm not going to let you get off that easy by taking Will Smith. You're going to have to get a little bit more creative there. Who else? You said Denzel.
So Denzel Washington or yeah. Or what about Jamie Foxx?
You said what?
Jamie Foxx.
I would give Jamie Foxx maybe more to Kaylin.
Okay.
But I would have to agree with Michael on the Will Smith thing. You have a certain swagger to yourself, and you got that, you're smooth when you talk. And it's not uncommon that I post a picture with Mike in it, and girls are like, "Who's that guy?" And I'm like, "Oh my god!"
Look at you, just talking me up right now. Keep going.
I'm
I'm just
not
gonna sit
kidding.
back.
The last time I posted that picture, where it was just like you and I, and we were doing the setup. I had like 3 girls like, "Who's the dude in the Navy?" I was like,
All right. So let's all right. I
Mike's
digress.
like, I'm blushing.
You can't see it. Too dark for that.
That's a light, right?
All right, Aaron. What about you, Aaron?
Oh my god. Who I think would play me best?
Yeah.
Dude, low key, I don't want to sound like I'm tooting my own horn, okay? But
Here we go.
no. Who's the dude? This isn't even like, in my opinion, it's not even like that great. But I've had multiple people tell me that they feel like I look like him or he looks like me, and I can't even I can't even think of his name right now. But he is the dude who plays the creepy reporter in that creepy reporter movie where he's like showing the death, like he's going to all the deaths. Yes. What's that guy? What's his actor? What's his name?
Can you Google it
I
real
can't
quick?
remember. Yeah, I'm trying to look it up right now.
Yeah. No, I have no idea.
I've had random people. No, he's extremely famous.
First of all, I don't watch movies.
Jake
But
Gyllenhaal.
he's not good
Jake
looking.
Gyllenhaal. No,
Oh.
multiple people have told me that I look like Jake Gyllenhaal.
I can kind of
I
see
can't
that.
even give you any crap for that because I said Will Smith. So you take Jake Gyllenhaal.
I'm telling you right now, dude. I've had like dads, like my friends' dads, be like, you kind of look like Jake Gyllenhaal, like a Mexican ripoff version of Jake Gyllenhaal. Thank you.
Great value, Jake Gyllenhaal.
I think, yeah. Android Jake Gyllenhaal. I wouldn't want him to play me. I would rather Brad Pitt play me. But Jake Gyllenhaal I seem to have something in common with him.
I feel
That's
you.
hilarious. All right,
My
Aaron,
boy,
Aaron.
Trey came through and said Jake G, giving us the info.
Jake G, there we go.
Yes, and good girl.
I don't watch
Who's
a lot of
Darren?
movies. I know. I'm trying to figure it out.
It looks like Megan said Darren resembles Danny McBride, that dude from Pineapple Express. I can kind of see
Which
it.
one?
I can kind of
Which
see
one
it.
is that?
He's the one who gets he kind of gets his ass kicked like throughout the movie, but he keeps jumping back. He keeps jumping back. And
Oh,
he's like
that's
unbreakable.
fucked up.
Like you can't
God
kill
damn it.
him.
No, come on, Megan.
I was gonna give
Oh.
Darren more of like a darker version of Seth Rogen.
I was gonna go Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
very good.
But why?
Very humble answer.
I'm waiting for Trey here to say what he thinks you look like because we've heard that one before.
Oh man.
I could see a Vince Vaughn, and you actually have like almost like the same demeanor. Like he's very like calm when he's sarcastic, and
Yeah,
I
just
like love that.
low key funny, but you have to
Yes.
be the right person to think it's funny.
Yeah,
he's
dude.
got-
My uncle
he's got some
My Uncle
swagger.
Morgan, dude. Oh my God, he is a Hawaiian Vince Vaughn, like to a T. It's insane. They
I
look
can see
alike.
that.
People have thought he was Vince Vaughn. It was funny, dude. But I could
Did you
totally
go up
see.
and ask for autographs and stuff?
What's that?
Go up and ask for autographs and stuff, and you're like, no.
Dude, when I when I was a kid, this used to piss me off, and I'll never get this no matter what in my life. When we were walking to the basketball games when I was probably 14, 15 years old, the homeless guys would walk up to my dad and my Uncle Morgan and be like, "Oh my God, it's The Rock." They're just big Hawaiian guys. I'll never be big enough to be mistaken for The Rock like my dad, but
Oh,
you know
man.
what, whatever.
Ooh, so we got a
Talk
skinny
ourselves up.
Jonah Hill. All right.
At least he said skinny. Thanks.
Skinny
for
Jonah
that, Trey.
Hill.
At least he said skinny. Props to you. I appreciate that.
No, that's funny. It doesn't. I don't think it really doesn't matter who would play me as an actor in my movie. I don't think anybody would want to watch it. I need to be a lot more. I guess outgoing. I don't know if it would be like a what it would classify as a very low budget action thriller, if you will.
Mike stays home from work, works from home, and then he goes to the gym, and he comes back home.
Hey, are your guys' apartment gyms locked?
Yeah,
They shut down.
Oh, they are. Okay.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
reminds me. Just speaking of the quarantine, I was watching like things people are doing to kill time, and I saw this food challenge, and it was like a McDonald's challenge. And I've seen a lot of like eating challenges, but this one seemed like it was doable. It was almost too easy, but I saw a couple bloggers and podcasters attempt it, and they were throwing up towards the end, and they could not finish it. And it was a McDonald's challenge, and what it was like 4 quarter-pound cheeseburgers, 2 large fries, 2 10-piece McNuggets, and
They're eating the whole thing.
and 4 like large drinks. Yeah, and they're eating the whole thing, and they have an hour and a half to eat it and finish it.
So, Mike,
Do
is
they-
that per person or is that for 2 people?
That's one person. One
Do
person.
they realize that we have a huge shortage of toilet paper at the moment?
It might taste good going in, but it's definitely going to hurt coming out.
It's
type of
gonna
deal.
hurt coming out.
Oh,
Hey.
I saw last person I saw try it was Pat McAfee. He's got his podcast. I think he kind of does his own thing, but works with Barstool and is on ESPN and stuff. But he
Pat
was a
McAfee.
punter for the Colts, and now he's doing his own thing, podcasting, doing great. But he tried that today on his YouTube channel, or
Okay.
it might have been a couple days ago. And this dude, he was struggling with like 1 burger left. So he had finished, got through like he got over the hump, and he was on the home stretch, and then he just couldn't do it.
He couldn't do it. Do you
No,
think
he
you
was-
could do it, Mike?
Here's the thing. If I say I can, we're probably going to make me try it. So
So, Mike, do you think you could do it?
I think I could do it.
Oh,
But how about this? I will
So
try
next
it.
week.
I'll do it. I'll do it for the podcast, but I'm going to make somebody else here has to do it with me.
Yeah, you're on it, Darren. Hey,
Of course. Thanks.
yo, my brother tuned in and said, I think he meant to say, I've always thought Aaron looks like Efren Ramirez. Who's that?
I have
No
no idea.
idea.
All right.
Efren's not a real word.
Can somebody who's not using their phone right now,
Yeah, I'm going to look it up.
somebody tune in and get us an update on that?
Oh, the guy from Napoleon Dynamite, the vote for Pedro.
Yes.
Bro, yes.
Somebody show a picture so everybody can see.
Oh,
we
that
should
is
go first.
I don't even.
hilarious.
I'm not even like a. Wait. I think I know who this is.
That's hilarious.
I think I know who this is, and it's. I'm about to drive over to my
Can't
parents'
post-
house
can't
and whip my
post the
brother's
link,
at
but
butt.
I looked him up. That was yes, absolutely. Hey Ryan, you nailed it. I can see it.
I'm gonna tune in.
Oh, that's
Bro,
funny.
he's already getting roasted. He's already getting roasted by his own brother. We've only been on this thing for like 10
Oh
minutes.
my God, this guy, my brother. Well, you know what? I'm gonna show the coolest picture of him that I can.
Oh, he's gonna send you right
No,
here
it's got to
live.
be the vote for Pedro. The vote for Pedro version is the one who's playing your life in real life as a movie. That's
Oh yeah.
yes, side by side, it looks even better.
No, dude, I'm not a fan of that.
That's
I
hilarious.
would vote for Pedro though.
I just got a notification that Darren joined our podcast or joined our live stream.
Oh, thank you, Darren. Thank you for tuning in, Darren.
Much obliged, fellas.
We should probably give a shout out to the people that are tuned in right now, though.
Yeah,
Anita,
thank you.
what up? Ryan Hatobi, thank you for
I
joining.
see.
Trey,
I got Uncle
Jordan,
John on here.
thank you for
What's up,
joining.
Zach?
Derek LeBlanc, long time no see, my dude. I hope you're doing good. Kevin Vining, fuck you. Kylie Roberts, okay. Eric
Justin on
Cologne,
here.
what up? Thank you so
All
much.
right,
Stephanie.
let's roll into the next topic. And real quick, Nate Rohr,
All right.
I see you just joined. We're gonna have you do a play-by-play of our podcast with your made for TV and radio voice.
I'm gonna grab another beer. I'll be right back.
All right. Kaylin, you want to roll into your topic? I think that was a good one. I've been kind of pondering it for since you brought it up actually, and I'm still torn.
Yeah.
I'm still torn.
Well, Just so everybody knows, you're listening to Cool Story Brew, our podcast about really nothing, but four dudes just talking about everything. So thank you for joining.
Just
Do
a way to
this
kill
every
time
week.
during this quarantine.
Yeah,
Yep,
appreciate you
yep.
guys.
So my topic. So Drake sings it, right? Checks over stripes. So I'm stripes over checks, I think. Adidas over Nike.
So for those of you who don't understand that reference, the topic now that we're talking about that I think will be highly debated, maybe not so much, and let us know what you guys are in the comment section, but we want to know just what you would prefer for a shoe. Maybe it's not even Nike versus Adidas, but we're going to focus on Nike versus Adidas, and why we're choosing that. And I've been torn for a while, but I'm leaning more towards Nike lately. But it's been Adidas for the past maybe 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. I It's hard, man. I mean, neither one of them have done me wrong. I think that's the problem. Like, I feel like Adidas kind of has they've got a lot of like niche shoes, like something kind of off the wall and crazy. But the other reason I go to them is because they have sales all the time. Like,
Hmm.
you check the Adidas website, man, they got 30% off all the time. You pick up shorts and shirts and everything for 10 or 15 bucks, and even their shoes most of the time aren't like crazy expensive. Um,
Not to cut you off, but Brian Baptist said New Balance. So
New Balance.
Thank you. So, my boy Brian, dude, I was about to chime in and be like, I'm neither right now. I'm a New Balance guy.
yeah.
New Balance guy. Hey,
But
Trey
yeah,
said.
no,
So for me, there you go. So for me, it matters like what I wear, right? So if I'm wearing Nebraska gear, right, I gotta go three stripe life. When I'm
that'd be
wearing my
great.
Air Force and my U Arizona gear, I gotta wear my Nikes, right? But then when I'm working out, I think Adidas are more comfortable, right?
I get that. I think it depends on what you're doing, but strictly like I think fashion wise, I've been collecting shoes a little bit more in depth lately, and I like the option now to throw some Jordans in there every now and again, which I would put under the Nike umbrella, obviously. I
yeah,
was three stripe for a while, um, even though I'm kind of obsessed with Drake, but now I'm just
No.
whatever
kinda
pops and catches my eye,
scary.
I'm gonna grab, even if they're Vans.
Yeah, I have a bunch of Vans too. Um, I was on the Jordan game. You, Mike, and Kalen might remember, but I had a ton. I had like 16 to 20 pairs of Jordans at one time.
And so
But
you couldn't get down.
they started getting like crazy expensive, and the quality was going down. And I mean, it was kind of an investment. I ended up making money at the end of the day, but that was kind of the end of the Jordan era for me when they
Don't
turned
you
kind of
think
high
that he
peaks.
would have bought, with all that money he sold from his shoes, he would have bought an iPhone instead of that freaking Android that he has? It's
Yeah.
been messing up every group
Nah,
chat that we have in history from like then till now.
we're not starting this tonight, Aaron.
I
Okay.
think we have to just dive deeper into that.
No,
Oh,
no. I don't have any backup. I'm out. I'm not having three against one for this
All
shit.
right, we won't dive too much into
Nah,
the iPhone game versus the Android game, or even
not
the
yet.
Google phone game to some people out there. But
that's me.
it is what it is. I know it's a comfort thing, especially for Kalen, who's about to enter dad life here shortly,
But
who's basically been a 20
Congrats,
something year
Kalen.
old, 30 something year old in a dad body, just trying to get through the motions. He's about to
Dude,
get married.
You know Kalen has some Nike Monarchs, and he's gonna be in front of the grill here
He
soon.
owns dad shoes right now. Hey, his
Yeah,
fiance will even call him out on it. He owns dad
Wait.
shoes right now.
she's watching. She might.
No,
that's funny.
that's funny. So
Aaron, what
he's
was
just getting himself prepped for the inevitable. Mowing the lawn, you know what it is.
So that
right?
would be like my
Mowing the
New
lawn,
Balance,
having an iced tea after.
or my Nike Monarchs. That's what I need for that.
There it was. Yep.
Oh,
There you
what's
go.
the equivalent? What's the equivalent?
I need the Nike Monarchs.
Yep.
Dude,
That's the
yes.
issue.
There you go.
Aaron,
That would be the ultimate dad shoe for
I'm
Kalen.
sure Noni will get that for me.
Aaron, we didn't hear much from you, man. Where you at with all this?
What's
the
up?
New Balance life, man. He's on the New Balance lives.
I know, but it was very, it just kind of went past.
I've kind of completely I've completely fell off of the Adidas stuff right now. Like the Ultra Boost and all that, like they went like it's like too mainstream for me. I do still, even the Air Max, like I can appreciate some Air Maxes, but yeah, like those are pretty nice. Like I'll give you that, Darren. I'll give you that. Those are nice. But like, you know, if you go to Old Town, you're gonna definitely see somebody else wearing those shoes, and I just can't do it right now. So I like New Balances. They're kind of like the low key, like ultra comfortable, like very high quality shoe, and all the different
62-year-old shoe.
colorways.
Yeah,
All
there's
the different
There's a lot of
colorways.
colorways. I'll give New Balance that. They have a lot of colorways compared to the other shoe brands.
Yeah, man. And the Air Maxes look kind of fat to me. Like they just look kind of like.
Are you
like
saying
too fat.
PHAT? Are you saying
Yeah. Or
How are you-
FAT.
No, I'm not about it. Like
like chunky?
that's a
like
skip
chunky.
for me. They're a skip for me on the skip flipper or whatever. You know, they're a skip for me.
Skip flipper,
I'm not
alright.
ever gonna. I would rather be a 997 New Balance guy than a Air Max anything guy any day. Sorry.
I've never
That's come
really
from
been on the
a
Air
true
Max game
sneakerhead.
either.
Hey,
Yeah.
yeah, don't feel the need to apologize for that, Aaron. All of us make mistakes. No one's getting fact checked right now. We're gonna have to start throwing some fact checks out there.
Right.
No,
right.
it brings a good transition, I think. Honestly, talking about the shoes and then rolling into Kalen entering. Well, not entering. He's been a dad, sometimes a grandpa.
mostly grandpa.
Mostly grandpa
My-
lately. You guys should have seen.
We should probably
the
give
videos out
a
there.
we should probably give a disclaimer that Kalen actually does not have any kids, but
He doesn't have.
he
kids,
lives
but,
He
he
might
lives
as
a
well.
life like he does.
He's getting there.
Might as well.
To the viewers out there, it took Kalen a good. We wanted to start this thing at 7:30, but Kalen couldn't figure out how to turn the computer on. Couldn't figure out the lights.
The lights,
out
man.
Who was who? I mean, it's ridiculous.
Getting
But, no,
ridiculous,
what I
Caleb.
was saying was just transitioning, talking about
Right,
dad
Darren.
shoes, and I'm actually surprised that Kalen doesn't drive a minivan right now. But it's basically it's kind of
I mean, it's
a
accurate,
smaller
dude. Like,
minivan.
it's same
I
thing.
mean,
It's a
he's
baseball
right. Yeah,
it's a
he's driving
it's
an
a
Acura
Scottsdale-
MDX.
it's a Scottsdale minivan.
Right. Look, his fiance is coming in. And she's backing him
Oh, there
up.
we
That's
go.
love. That's
Oh,
love.
that's love. That's true love. Lexi coming in, she's like, I love my grandpa.
No, but I guess for you guys, I know all of us have preferences on cars, trucks versus what have you. I think.
Oh yeah.
What do you think, Aaron, in terms of like what versus what? I think is the big
You know
debate
what's hard
here.
for me? It's hard for me, man. And I don't know if this is just based off of like my life kind of evolving into this different thing that I wasn't living before. I used to always be like a coupe guy. I always wanted a fast car. I always wanted, the date night car, And then as I got older, now I just want the biggest, blackest truck that I can possibly get my hands on, and that's honestly about it.
So,
Truck.
Whoa,
Truck.
whoa.
Okay,
We
okay.
got-
And
This is a
just to
podcast
add
show.
on top of that, Darren, I'm looking right at you in my screen. I can tell you right now that shit would never be a Ford truck either, because I'm a Chevy
Why
guy.
do you guys
Chevy
why,
or die. All right.
Stop. We're not going outside of our
I'm
current debate.
Just saying. I just want to drop that note there. I wouldn't waste my
Keep it-
money.
Keep it tight.
I'm taking. I think once I got my Jeep, that I can't go back in terms of the Jeep family now. I don't think it'll necessarily be a Jeep Wrangler forever, but I definitely like the new Cherokees. So I think I'm going to be Jeep gang for a while. But
The question
the-
is, are you going to buy a Jeep truck?
do Jeeps? Oh no, you talk about the ones that look like a mullet? No, I hate those. The Gladiators?
Gladiator.
No,
Gladiator,
absolutely
yeah.
not. Yeah, no, those Jeep
So we
trucks,
have the
they need to go.
So
he's
my-
got the Jeep Wave, right? The Jeep Wave,
Yeah.
where you drive into the wave, right? There was one of those trucks that came by, and I was like, "You didn't wave at him." He's like, "That's not a Jeep."
Oh my
They
god.
don't get the
Nah.
wave.
You
They don't
fucking
get the Jeep
discredited
wave.
the
Those,
guy?
no.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow.
The Jeep trucks don't get the Jeep
Wow,
wave
it's
until they
like
make a new
that?
model.
Oh my
Right.
god,
So,
that
Mike,
is savage.
Garbage.
I understand you're on the Jeep game, but truck or sports car, man? Because the Jeep's not really a truck.
Oh no,
We're talking. I think we're talking like pickup truck.
right. It's the in between. I actually don't like trucks. I'm gonna go sports car for sure.
Woo!
You
Okay.
don't
Yep.
like trucks?
I don't like trucks. I know Darren's got a truck. I would if I had to pick, it'd be sports car over truck for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Me too.
Oh,
So-
Kalen too.
No.
From
I
a
don't like
from a like, I was with you guys 100% before I got my truck. I was
Yeah,
like,
it's
man,
weird.
I was like, man, this is so impractical. Gas mileage is horrible. Can't fit people in it. Doesn't ride good. Blah blah blah. And then I got one, and I was like, oh,
Just on top of the world.
well, not.
Hey,
I mean,
here's the thing. Once you get a truck though, you're that guy. You're that guy who is going to be helping move every time.
Mike,
And that's
but
basically where I draw the line. So
Mike,
that's all I
who's been doing,
got.
Mike, who's been doing that anyway my whole life, without a truck, with or without one.
Right. I saw
That's
Darren.
something new.
Darren used to just lift an entire couch over his head with one arm and just be like, "I got you, bro. I got you."
So that was kind of me anyway. But yeah, I mean, if when you have a truck, you know why you should have a truck. Like it's,
Hey,
Yo.
my
it's
mom's
weird,
coming in
man.
hot right now. She's saying,
I was
I
gonna
know.
say,
in the
Mike,
car.
Mike, you're getting called out right now.
You've
Is
never
that your
driven a
mom?
car?
That's your mom?
It's been no. It's been SUV. It's been SUV.
Yeah.
It's been
I thought
SUV.
you
It's
had
been
a
like,
Lincoln.
No, you had the Lincoln. You had the Lincoln LS.
oh yeah. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that was my dad's for a little bit. Not too long, but it was like Expedition, Trailblazer, Chevy Blazer, and then
Jeep.
Jeep. Yeah.
You're working your way up to a truck, is what it sounds like.
Yeah, you're moving.
Yeah.
That's SUV gang.
Hey, it's all
That's
about
my mom's fault too.
Hey, all about practical. My Acura MDX is the greatest. You can put
Oh
your
my
snowboards
God,
in there.
Oh my
You can put
god.
ice
We
chest. You can put all the
if there are dads listening
No.
right now, they're going to relate to
Yeah,
Kaylin. So
they're
we're going to have
idiots.
some more
Literally.
followers.
So
Literally. I think you get a pair of those Nikes when you buy an Acura MDA.
they're just in the trunk. They're just in the trunk, ready.
They just give you a pair of the white dad Nikes.
right. Just here they are. Here you go.
That's hilarious.
They're like, when you put these on, there's a governor that engages, and you can't go over 45, so you're good to go when you wear these shoes. Those are your driving shoes.
It's got sport mode.
Trey said, talk about that bitch Carol Baskin.
Hey, you think she did it? I think she did.
I haven't watched it yet, so chill.
Well,
man.
for sake of to not give it away, I'm going to say I think that she had some part in his disappearance. That's all I'm going to say.
I've seen so many memes that it doesn't matter.
Yeah, the memes themselves you could pretty much piece them together and guess what it's
Right.
what it's about.
Right.
No, that's pretty funny though.
Is everybody drinking a beer right now, or what's going on?
Yeah.
I have free plug.
God,
Oh, that's good, Mike. That's really
Slain.
good.
Wow, you are going above and
Slain.
beyond. Orange Papago, always a good choice, dude. Especially as it gets hotter here in Arizona.
So good.
Yes, the
What's in
Arizona
the-
life. It's been nice.
What's in the Wildcat bug?
Beer.
Okay.
We
Interesting?
have beer in a mug.
Interesting.
What's happening?
I got a tall boy, and it was awkward.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Coffee part's pretty awkward.
How
It's
dad's ratchet.
it is Friday. It's also New Music Friday. You guys on any new music lately?
Oh,
You guys hear that? You guys hear that new Drake? That new Tootsie Slide?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah.
I haven't. I've been so
Oh,
busy.
you
I
need to get on that.
haven't tuning in, dude.
The music video, it's basically him since we're in the quarantine times. It's actually pretty well produced for being since we're supposed to stay home. They just pretty much follow him through his home, and he does this dance that's probably gonna pop off here for the next. We're gonna see it everywhere for the next month, guaranteed, via
Yeah.
TikTok, Instagram. It's just what happens, and it's Drake.
Right.
Wait, was
Right.
Drake the one who had the song where they were like outside of the car, and they were like,
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Started from the bottom.
no, was it start? No, it wasn't started from the bottom. It was the.
He's
It
outside
was
of his
like,
car and started from
Do
the
you
bottom.
love me? Are you wild?
Oh,
Did
yes.
you ever leave? What was
Oh
that
yeah,
song
yeah, yeah,
called?
that one too.
I'm gonna get out of the car right now. I'm gonna get out of the car right now. Go ahead,
Yeah.
keep going, Darren.
Okay.
Keep going, Darren.
Yeah, but talking about music now, I wanted to know. I think everybody's kind of got albums that you listen to. You can do every fucking lyric from front to back. I want to know what your guys' are.
Can you start off, Darren? Because I'm
Yeah.
really curious.
You're talking
Because
about.
you and I have,
know,
you
I
and
know
I
the
actually have
words
really
to
similar.
every single song
Yes,
Yeah.
on the
on
album.
the whole album, front to back.
Okay.
Oh.
So
the closest-
Can we do two? Can we do two?
yeah,
I feel like
no, we can do way more than two. We
Okay.
can do whatever.
Okay.
Because my thoughts are like all of us are very musically diversified. We all listen to a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Galen's on that Kids Bop. I get it. Very
Kids-
diversified. Very
Right.
diversified. Carlton Banks.
There we go.
Kaylin does that dance way too damn good. That's...
Way too good. That's your actor. That's your actor. We're changing it to that. You're Carlton.
Oh.
Yeah, what do you got? What do you got, Darren? What is your album that you can when it first gets put on, you can start it and finish it from start to finish, like
Yeah,
every
I
single
think
word, every single track.
Yeah, the first one ever was Back for the First Time by Ludacris. That was 7th or 8th grade.
Did you
And
see
man,
the
I
smile on Darren's face when he said that?
I know he's like,
Luda.
did you see the album
Yeah.
cover?
No, it's a funny album. It was yeah, that was the first one, and then his second album I can do, but recently James Blake, I can do his Overgrown album front to back. So there's your musical diversity. Yeah,
Damn,
whole
really.
thing. Singing all the
Not
chords,
bad.
man.
Not bad. Yeah. Oh, looks like we got a Harry Styles from Mallory.
Okay.
Kudos to you.
That's a negative.
Kudos
That's
to
a
you on
negative
Harry
on my
Styles.
part.
Yikes.
I couldn't tell you one thing about Harry Styles.
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't know a single lyric.
He is a former member of One Direction, One Dimension. Which
Okay.
direction? I
Oh,
don't
that guy. Okay.
One of them.
Yeah,
one of
he's
them.
actually pretty talented. Those guys, some of these guys that come out of these boy bands, man, they're low key pretty talented.
Tell you, yeah, they started to branch off, and then who knows?
Whatever happened to Zayn? What happened to Zayn?
Who's that?
Lil Zane?
No,
Calling
like
me,
the-
calling me.
Zayn was like the bad boy of
Pillow Talk?
I can't believe,
Was
I
he
can't believe
Pillow
we're talking
Talk?
about this. Zayn was like the bad boy who like broke up the group. I think. Fact check me on that. I don't know, but I think he was the one who like made them break up. Then he went solo dolo, and then had some
He
hits.
kind of
and
popped
then,
off for a minute. Yeah.
Right. I think he was dating one of the Hadids, and then
Oh,
now
yeah.
he's probably just
dude.
Good for him.
Like-
Good for him.
laying low. So
Can we go, Kaylin, can you tell us what's your back-to-back every lyric in your pretty little perfectly proportioned head?
So
Jason Aldean.
I'm not really good at that. Yeah, I mean that's a good one.
Oh God, I was
Caitlin's a
joking.
country. Caitlin's a country guy. Caitlin's a country guy for sure.
He's an emo guy too, though.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
here
is.
it comes, right? The last one that I remember is I was studying the lyrics for Taking Back Sunday.
Studying?
Wait, did you say studying?
Yeah, because I was going to the concert. I had to know every
Oh
single word.
my God, that is not.
Come on.
That
And
is
then-
the most engineer bullshit I've ever heard in my life. Right?
He was just crunching.
Who paid
He
you?
was
Who
at
paid you
midnight
to say that?
crunching.
Where's
crunching
Lexi at?
away.
Where's
That
Lexi
I
at?
studied was Fall Out Boy, right? That was the
Hey.
other one.
Okay.
Because you gotta know, right? You gotta know every.
Well, you
single
want to
thing.
know. You want to know.
I'll say that makes sense. Like if I know I'm going to go to a concert and it's somebody who I just don't know very well, or they're like opening for somebody, I'll start listening to their music more. Maybe I don't know if that justifies or qualifies as studying, but
You're into it more, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
6ix9ine. Yeah, 6ix9ine just got released, Megan. I think
Oh,
he's
he
about
did
to start
just get
dropping
released.
some hot tracks.
Hopefully the gym's open when he drops it, because I'm gonna get hyped. No, man.
Yo, I can respect both of those choices, Kalen. I
Thank
will
you.
chime in, and I'll do one that's like I don't know. I will say when I was growing up, I could recite every single, even like the ha, 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 or whatever, in the Yellow Card Ocean Avenue album.
Yes.
Every word, every single word.
That's
And
a
I
good
probably
album.
listened to it. Yeah, dude, that's a solid album. And then
Yeah.
a couple years back, I mean, not way far back, but I will say the Bryson Tiller Trap Soul album.
Wow.
Wow,
Every
that's a
word,
good one,
dude.
man. I didn't know you
Every
did it like
word.
that. That's awesome.
That's
Oh, dude, that was
Yeah.
my drive home album for that whole year back in like 2015, 2016.
Nice.
That's a fire album.
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of heartbreak during that time? A lot of
That was a rough year for
lot of
me.
high school
Okay.
drama. Was that high school?
No,
No,
2015.
nah, that was like post college era
Wait,
time.
Ocean Avenue?
No, Trap Soul.
Oh, okay. I was
Bryson Tiller.
jumping back to Ocean Avenue. I'm like Ocean Avenue was definitely high school.
Oh
My-
no,
my
Ocean
favorite-
Avenue. Yeah, that was the soundtrack of my high school career.
Did you guys go to the concert at the College World Series when Ocean Avenue was there playing? Or not
No.
Ocean Avenue, Yellow Card?
No, I know a lot of people that did go. I did not go.
Oh yeah, they were. I went, and the drummer was a black guy, and he was like,
Oh,
and I
dude.
was like, these dudes
Oh,
are good.
dude, that dude was a freaking beast, man. He was a beast.
Hey, who was the one rock band that had like a violinist?
That was Yellow
Just-
Card.
That was Yellow Card. Okay.
You know, our friend Danny Cruz, he married into that family.
What?
That's his brother-in-law.
Brittany?
No way.
I'm not kidding you.
I did not know that.
Danny is cooler than we will ever be. Even if Danny like just stopped and did nothing for the rest of his life, we would never be as cool as he is.
Oh yeah.
Challenge accepted.
Right.
He's a cool
Mike, where
dude.
you at, man?
Obviously, you guys know I'm obsessed with Drake. But the Take Care album from start to finish, easily.
Yeah.
All day, every day. That honestly, a lot of the Drake albums I could do, but that would probably be the easiest one.
The one.
Which
for
one
sure.
is it? Which I missed it.
Take Care.
Oh yeah, fudge, dude. Oh my god.
That one meant something. That one meant something.
Yeah, those ones hit you right in the feels. That one hits you
That-
right in the feels.
That's when Drake
Yeah.
was Drakey.
What?
That's when Drake was Drake.
No, Drake is
Darren,
Drake is
don't
number one.
pretend
Will always be
like
number
you
one.
weren't you weren't just crying and listening to that CD.
No,
Bro,
I love that.
we got a
CD.
chance to
That's a
wrap
good
our
one.
acid rap drop over here. That's impressive.
That's a good one.
That is a
Good for-
real.
Yeah.
That's a real one, Alan.
Good for you, Alan. That's
And
awesome.
one more time, screw Ryan Schofield for chiming in saying that I was listening to Avril Lavigne, Boyfriend. And you know what?
love
On the
this.
real, that's a classic. Okay,
I
that
know, I
song deserves
I
to
like
be
it.
appreciated. And
Yeah.
Avril Lavigne was
Absolutely.
super hot back then. I don't care what anybody has to say about it.
Any of the other viewers that are watching, let us know what's your favorite album. Something that you can sing and you just have all the lyrics memorized from start to finish.
Child's Play, Drake, dang, Ashley Blinko. The beginning of that
yeah.
song is a little sketchy for my brother's girlfriend to be like, you know. The beginning of that song always gives me anxiety.
That's hilarious. So Mike and Kaylin, we talked about Get Rich or Die Trying too when we were rolling in the car one night.
Oh yeah, that one I could definitely do as well. But I'd still put Drake above. I can't stick with the 50 Cent album. I just couldn't do it.
Who's the best
Couldn't live
rapper
with
alive right
myself.
now? Who's the best rapper alive right now?
Oh man, this is a debate coming.
No.
I think 6ix9ine.
It's between
No
for me,
no debating. It's just who's the best rapper alive.
It depends on if you're talking about lyrics, it's got to be Kendrick. But if
Yeah.
you're talking about just like overall top of the charts, it's Drake. Like I don't think it's even close.
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm with
At me.
Kendrick. I'm Kendrick all the way, for sure.
I see
Damn.
Ryan with the Hawthorne Heights.
Cut my wrist and block my eyes.
Cut my wrist and black my
Oh my
eyes.
God.
Hawthorne Heights, also another generation right there. Back to high school.
Big
days.
shout out to
Yeah.
Hawthorne Heights, dude. That shit. I was in my old like V6 Mustang as like a sophomore, just blowing around corners in the neighborhood like a complete asshole, listening to Hawthorne Heights.
If you ever wanted to put your forehead through some drywall, that was the music for sure.
Look at Slipknot.
And then after you bust that hole in the wall and you're bleeding, you just like Simple Plan Perfect comes on. You're like,
How could this happen to me? You just-
Oh man, that's great.
Yeah, it's-
damn, I miss high school, bro. High school was fun. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I
I
agree.
do. I did love my high school life. That was fun.
I-
I'm not trying to
I
go
was
back, but I mean, you know.
It's the greatest. It's the best
Yeah, it's
quality
good,
time
man.
one could ever have.
Oh man, your girlfriend's in the
Yo,
chat.
how
Or
many
fiance.
relationships are breaking up or getting a divorce after this quarantine?
Oh
And
god.
you're going to learn a lot more about your relationship if you get through
Yeah.
this. That's for sure.
Right.
What I can tell you
No.
right now is that I appreciate that Kylie can cook. That's
There
the
you go.
one thing. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that's got to be clutch.
Oh
I
my
think
God,
for me, just respecting the fact that I have a dog, which is fine and doable because they're very low maintenance, especially when you have a bulldog because they don't move very much. But the people who have like children and are trying to work through this, that's
Oh,
got to
man.
be that's
Man.
so next level that I can't even imagine like what I would do to try to put my hat on trying to be a teacher, or even like
Yeah.
having like a newborn and doing this
Can't imagine
and like
that, man.
can't have people come over to visit to see the newborn, or trying to keep the newborn like healthy and safe, and the
Oh,
people who
dude.
are trying to teach their kids
My-
through all this when schools have just like completely closed. I mean, I
Right.
can't even imagine.
Big shout out to my boy Bobby Hodge, new father, just had his baby about 5 days ago. I love
Bobby,
that
what's
guy. He's in quarantine right now with his new baby and his baby's mama, and they're just doing it. And I just want to send some love their way, just because like it's a tough time maybe to have a baby, but also a beautiful time to have a baby because we're all just appreciating each other a little bit more. I think when we can be together.
Right.
But just a shout out to Bobby being a new dad, because he's like my best friend. I haven't been able to see him, so just want to let him
Yeah,
know I'm thinking about him.
We ain't got nothing but time right now, man. At all.
Which is why one of the reasons why we're moving forward with this podcast, live cast, whatever
Yeah.
you want to call it,
Right. Right.
Podcast.
live cast.
What
So
is
we
the
talked
fucking?
about-
What is the pod part of the podcast?
You know, I was wondering that today too. Like, I was like,
It-
where did podcasts come from?
So I feel like it was only like an iPod platform when it first started.
Oh man,
I
Derek
feel like
is low
Apple-
key, super smart,
Once again, ding for the Apple product.
very low key.
Gotta give yeah, that I mean I can't remember anything outside
Fact check.
of like
Oh,
Oh God, Darren is. Hey, just so all the viewers know, Darren is 0 for 3 on his fact checks right
0
now.
for
Is it 0 for 4?
4?
Oh, for
yeah.
The pod and podcast, a digital recording of music, news, or other media, stands for Portable On Demand. POD.
Hey, but that's what iPod stands for.
Oh, he's getting defense. Okay, well,
Oh,
just let you know what
oh.
the internet say.
yeah,
That's what
you.
iPod stands
That's
for.
what the internet.
I know
Hey,
you're
Darren.
right, man. It was giving you.
Darren, it's okay, man.
Mm.
Hey, so you're a half for 5.
All right,
Hey.
we're gonna give you
You know
that
what?
one. We're gonna give you that one.
Okay.
That's what happens. That's what happens, Darren. By the damn Android.
Hey, this is actually a good topic. This is a good topic.
What we
Who's
got?
gonna have the more athletic child out of us?
Oh,
Oh.
Ooh.
I mean, I think you got to give it to Mike.
No, we don't. This is a good. That's
I would
not a topic.
probably
That's
have
not a
to agree
topic
with-
then. That's not a topic.
Yeah, it's a discussion on why.
I mean, we're adding Tara. We're adding Tara into it, right?
Oh, kid's gonna be like 6'8".
We gotta.
Yeah,
you gotta.
6'8", buff,
Yeah.
just
Just beast.
half black. You know.
Yeah,
just-
she played volleyball.
Yeah.
She's athletic,
So,
obviously.
Here's
But
the thing.
Lexi did gymnastics and is still doing backflips just for fun.
Right.
I'm pretty sure I saw Lexi doing She did like 10 backflips in a row with like a push-up or like 10 push-ups in between or what
Yeah,
was that?
that was crazy.
Sounds about right. I don't know. She just does that stuff all the time. She's like, I'm bored. Can you film me doing backflips? I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
So with athleticism, I think comes with ambition too, right? Because
Yeah,
hey, there we go. So
Shout out to
I
Luanas.
yes,
Yes.
I was never
Hey,
very
free plug for you.
Are we good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was never very ambitious to be athletic, but I think I could have been more athletic. So I guess it really depends on what you pull from your parents, right?
Yeah,
mean,
I think a lot of it's your upbringing.
Yeah. Yeah. Did Mike Loki just dog on Darren's upbringing?
Sorry,
No,
Mom.
I think like
she's watching.
you can have because to be honest with you, there were a lot of individuals who I was friends with and I still know who were very physically gifted, but just they weren't brought up to have that determination and didn't have that willpower to put towards anything. So that's what I mean by it. It's like your upbringing.
Hey, that's me. Hey guys.
Okay.
No, but I feel you.
I mean, I would say that if Kylie and I were to have a baby, like tonight, like I turn off the lights, light a candle, maybe put on some
It just
put on
comes
some
out
art,
instantly.
put on some R. Kelly, and
What kind of house you got? Just turned on like that?
lower the curtains
My
down.
God.
I just spray some kimchi. Cologne
Wait,
on me.
whoa, kimchi. You got kimchi cologne out there?
I would have a very smart athletic baby, but it would still not compete with Mike Hayes' pro athlete in any sport it wanted to be. Baby.
We're just telling this. I had my mom send me some old school photos of me. I sent some to Kaylin. Just playing sports when I was younger, and I was just slightly bigger than some of the other kids. I'm sure that she could probably. I think she might still be on. Had to bring our birth certificate to several games because they thought I was too old. Like Danny Almonte, old school. Like this kid is not 12. Why is he playing against these kids?
Little do they know you're like a year younger than everybody.
And I was younger, and I was actually younger than the rest of them. Ridiculous. What
Yo,
happens.
in all honesty, and I hate saying this, I don't even want to say this. I think little brothers. I don't know if are any of you guys little brothers.
I'm no.
No.
But would we all have little brothers? No, not
I do.
Kaylin.
I have
Little
two of
sis.
them.
I think that we give our little brothers and little siblings a gift of athleticism that we didn't get to have.
Yeah.
Okay,
I can see that.
so
Sorry, I was pouring up and responding to my old school AIM AOL username.
Hey,
Oh, is that
Tiger
what that
69
Tiger
Pimpin.
is?
what was your
Tiger
AOL
69
username?
Pimpin.
When I was, oh my God, here we go. When I was young, dumb, naive, and not knowing what I was doing on the interwebs,
Last week.
Oh
my
my
AIM AOL screen name was Tyga 69 Pimpin.
Where'd that even come up from?
I don't know. I think
Oh
I
my
liked Tigers
God,
for a
dude.
little bit, and then
Oh, Tiger.
I guess I was 12 and trying to be seductive in some way, and I thought I was a pimp, and I was scared to talk to females. I don't know what I was thinking. It turned to Papio Baseballer 12 after a while, but that was my first username.
It was Tiger 69 Pimpin for a minute.
Hey, did not do the trick. What about you guys? What was your guys's? What little QT, yellow card lover?
FOB for life.
What was it?
What was?
Mine-
I guess to our real quick to our listeners, what was your guys' first AOL?
Yeah,
AIM
please
screen that you
let
can
us
remember?
know what those.
'Cause
What
I'm not
those
gonna be the only one to
AOL
embarrass
names were.
myself tonight.
Mine was not. But my Twitter handle right now is @CarmelQuake. So I mean that's
Caramel
just as
Quake.
What
That's
was
right.
your first one? Wait, what'd you say yours was, Kaylin?
well, my AOL was Special K Man,
Oh,
but my Twitter
That's
is
hilarious.
that's good. That's good.
ketamine. Doing
Mine
drugs
was a
that are
play
not
on
right.
words. Mine was a play on words, and it was Air One S88.
Nerd. What was yours?
Nerd.
What was yours, Darren?
Try again.
I think it was just D_Radcliffe. That's kind of what I've done all
God.
my life.
Oh my god.
All right, new subject, because that shit, Darren just killed
D_radical.
it.
There, we're losing
That's who I
followers
am.
again.
They're
We
gone.
are down. We are down to 18. That's the lowest we've
My
been
mom
down.
and dad checked my AOL screen name. Okay, Michael, I couldn't have Tyga Pimpin' 6'9".
Oh,
Did you hear that, Miss Hayes?
that's jeez. Oh my god, that's hilarious. They're looking at anything. We're approaching the end of this. I think I want to go around just real quick and just give like a final thought for the viewers on a send off, and then we'll wrap this up.
Kaylin, you go.
Ooh, me started off. I'm a good lead off hitter. No, final thanks everyone for joining today. It's our first live stream, a live podcast. We appreciate all the love and support that you guys give us day in, day out. Spotify, Apple, keep hitting us up with what you want to hear about, what you want us to talk about. And yeah, thanks for joining us on this ride. It's a fun little thing.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Darren?
Hey, man. Yeah, we appreciate you. Like Kaylin said, just stay safe out there, guys. Shit's real right now. I know everybody knows that, but make sure you're doing your part. Let's get this thing kicked. Flatten the curve. Let's go.
I'll go ahead, and I second everything that Kaylin and Darren said. I know it's tough, guys. We got to stay at home. We got to steer clear of our loved ones and our friends and our family. But the tougher we are right now, the better off we will be, and the sooner that will come. So if we can all stay tough and, just be supportive of each other, watch out for each other, maybe check in with that person, who you might be wondering if they're okay right now or if they're not, if they lost their job or, whatnot. Just check in with them, be a good neighbor, and take care of everybody around you, but also keep the distance so that we can get through this shit and just move on with our lives.
Right.
We want to podcast live again. We want to podcast together as a group.
Yeah, we get more people on here. Yeah. I guess final thought here for me. I'm not going to echo what these guys have said because they said it really well. But if you're not already, please follow us on Instagram, Cool Story Brew 4. That's Cool Story Brew 4. Follow us on Spotify. We're on iTunes, Overcast. We're on all platforms right now. So go on to our podcast if you haven't listened to them yet. Just share them across the board, and just interact. Let us know what you guys want to talk about. What do you want us to talk about? And we want to interact with the people that are listening. And if you guys enjoy it, keep on listening, and definitely appreciate it.
Yes.
We appreciate you guys. Cheers, guys. Thank you so much. Mom, you tuned in a little late, but I love you.